Hey everybody, we're gonna watch episode 2 of season 2 of House of Cards. I can't believe they killed Zoe off like that. I did not see that coming. So the shot of Claire in the mirror when she looked over at the shower, does she kind of suspect Frank? I'm sure she does. How could you not? Because he hasn't said anything about it. Why would he? But wow. The actress who's playing, what's her name, Jackie, the one he's trying to get to run for a majority whip to replace him. I can't remember her name, but I love her. She was in the movie Iron Jawed Angel. She's been in a bunch of things, but I love her, so I hope I see more of her in this season. And then the way he talked to the camera at the end, like, did you think I forgot about you? Okay. Let's watch the second episode.
I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well...
One heartbeat away from the presidency, not a single vote cast in my name. Democracy is so overrated.
Office on which I am about to enter, so help me God.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter. So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice President.
Now, one of you is going to replace me as the whip. You're the two front runners, and we know you both want it.
You're not behaving like men who belong in the leadership.
We need to tone down the rhetoric.
You're hurting the party.
I'm just responding to the lies Howard's been slinging.
Those junkets happen, Wes. I'm not making it up.
And nepotism's any better.
That's just not true, and you know it.
Oh, and your sister's husband just happened to be appointed state treasurer.
Let's keep it clean and bring some civility back to the house. Can we agree to that? Your people coming by?
Just my new chief of staff. That's all I've got until we hire more.
So how's it feel to be married to the vice president?
Exactly the same. Just louder.
It's awkward.
CNN tried to get a hold of this. We 86'd it out of respect to the family. The footage. Here it is, frame by frame. Now, there were two witnesses. One was a 70-year-old woman with macular degeneration. All she saw was a blur. The second was the conductor of the train. He said it looked like she fell. I mean, between those two in this video, that's all there is. You can watch it 1,000,000 times, but this case is closed.
You're working on a co-venture refinery project in Fujian?
Which would be the first of its kind.
If we antagonize the Chinese, we could undo years of progress.
Allow me to do this quietly with a soft touch. I won't antagonize them, sir.
The last thing we want to do is rock the boat.
Well, what do you have in mind, Captain?
I suggested...
A very soft touch.
You have my word, sir.
Good.
Is there?
I just mentioned it offhand. The whole Webb and Buckwalter thing is just...
Complete mess.
But I wasn't serious.
I think you should be serious. Do you want to do it?
I don't have the experience, Ted, and I
Yes or no?
Yes, of course. Someday. But now, I don't have the money they do.
Unless you use mine.
How did it go? Did he buy it?
Whatever bug you put in his ear broke deep.
It's easy. The man adores you like your own child. But you sure as hell better make me chief deputy.
I need to win first.
Ted and I make 2, 111 to go.
It's always good when the chief deputy knows her arithmetic.
Fuck off. Let's start taking names.
This one's...
Force the Chinese to confront the issue now, this round of talks.
I promised the president a soft touch. I can't intentionally break my promise.
What if it was unintentional? Kathy, if you don't like how the table is set, turn over the table.
I look pissed.
Sir, congressional record, weren't the talks supposed to go until 6?
We can't talk if they won't listen.
Did the Chinese walk out?
We made it clear that we won't discuss any other issues until government-sponsored cyber attacks are on the table. Apparently that's not what they wanted to hear.
And General, this is my wife, Claire.
It's good to see you, Claire. It's been a long time.
Yes.
A Harvard classmates.
Well, Claire didn't say a thing.
Well, we dated for a time. Well, about 5 minutes. Anyway,
Wow.
let's get back to it.
Thank you. I've remembered. Interestingly enough, in South Carolina, the largest crop is not cotton. No, it's tobacco.
Is she okay?
And the third largest crop is marijuana.
It was him.
Who?
Freshman year.
You mean McGinnis?
That's why she didn't want to go.
Francis, please, don't do anything, please.
I'm not gonna pin a medal on that.
You have to.
Just a minute, please. There is no way that man. Just a minute, please! He does not deserve a medal. I'm telling you, that man deserves to be taken out and shot.
I'm begging you.
No.
Please.
No. I said just a minute!
Do not make a scene, please.
Every time I think of her, pinned down like that, I strangle her, Francis, so she doesn't strangle me. I have to. We have to. The alternative is... it's unlivable.
Why didn't you immediately recant?
In my experience with the Chinese, backpedaling makes us look weak. I had two choices, lose face or exhibit strength. I chose the latter.
All right, Catherine, I'll be in touch shortly.
Thank you, sir.
Get me Raymond on the private line.
Agreed. If you don't apologize, you go from ruffling feathers to plucking them. And the Chinese won't stand for that, Mr. President.
What about perceived miscommunication between me and my cabinet?
Mr. President, right now the goal is to resume the talks. I wouldn't worry about perceptions.
That is certainly the more likely to succeed.
Fine. I'll do it then.
She's gonna be pissed.
Thank you, Garrett.
You think she's Underwood's choice?
He deflected, so it's possible.
Oh, they're gonna work together. Still like
You and I, we need to work together on this, Wes, before we both get screwed.
I agree.
I won't let you give your chair to an ass like Buckwalter.
If you're the whip, you outrank him and every other chair on school committees. I'll have a direct line to the speaker. Don't be stubborn, Jack.
You think he'd take it?
He was willing to take a deal from Webb.
But you're the only person he hates more.
He's a brute, but he's not an idiot.
she would make a good vice president if Frank were ever to run.
He's always looked out for me. He got me into West Point. He funded my first race.
I like Ted. He's always been a team player. It's unfortunate he has this secret.
It was a mistake, one he's always regretted. After she was born, he asked me to check on her because he couldn't. Because he trusted me.
I see. You came in here knowing what you had to do, hoping I would pull a rabbit out of a hat so you wouldn't have to.
I know the girl. I know her mother. These people don't deserve this.
I've given you all I can. Whatever you decide is your prerogative, but maybe I misjudged you.
She gonna do it?
Chinese are starting to recruit mercenaries on the deep web to launch guerrilla-type attacks that can't be traced back.
Hold on, the deep web, I've heard of that.
Oh, yeah, no, 96% of the internet isn't accessible through standard search engine. Keeps you anonymous. Then I'll show you how to get to the posting boards and the IRCs. But I gotta warn you, be careful what you click. Some crazy shit there, man.
For too long,
He's gonna find stuff about
danced
Zoe.
on eggshells.
We can use that to our advantage. Let's just be patient and see if we can smooth things over from back channels.
If I don't see any results, you won't have my patience for long.
That's understood.
Let me know
He
what
rolls
your
his
end has
eyes.
to say.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President.
I'm telling you this so that you have time to call your wife and prepare your statement.
She did it. Good girl.
What's my out? What does he want from me?
There is no out. He wants it to hurt.
encouraged you to run for office, it's because I sensed how unstoppable you were. But I never thought I'd have to lie down on the tracks myself.
Oh well.
If you're going to put my neck in the noose, look me in the eye while you do it.
Stand up and do it. Yeah, girl.
I'm very grateful for all that you've done for me.
You'll make an excellent whip, Jacqueline.
Frank 2.0.
What are you doing?
It's quiet. Good for him. Good for everybody this episode. Jackie, is that her name? I still don't know the new chick's name who's trying to be majority whip. She's becoming ruthless like Frank. She still has feelings and emotions about it, but she can do it. That was heartless. That was so heartless. But hey, you do what you have to do to get office, I guess. That's how it works. That was a good choice in picking her. So what is Claire going to be doing now? She resigned her office, so she resigned her business to the other chick so she could start something else. But what exactly is she doing? Where's Christina? Is she just gone now? Is Lucas gonna find her? Not Christina. What's the other girl's name? The prostitute. Frank now has the president's ear. Mr. Businessman is not happy about that. He knows what Frank's doing. He knows. I said Frank's goal was to be vice president. Like, that's his... So, but, like, now that he's there, he has to keep going. Like, he's building his army. He got Catherine Durant put in as Secretary of State. He's maneuvered so many people. He's building his perfect cabinet. I will see you maybe Thursday with another episode. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Have a good day.